Humans like to repeat. Humans like to repeat. Humans like to repeat. And stop. Humans like to repeat. Many high schoolers like me would agree that repeating is a useful life skill. As you all know, when your friend praises a girl's makeup, you all say, "Yeah, you're so pretty." When your classmates argue that there's just too much homework, you say, "Yeah." When a girl says she feels fat, you say, "Same," even though she's way thinner than you are. Because if you don't repeat, this happens. Repetition can be found not only on high schoolers, but on most of human beings in the world. Parents educate their kids the way their parents did. Workers report using the same format as their boss used to use. Restaurants copy each other's dishes, milk teas. So like I said, humans like to repeat. Except some of us still stick to the only method of human evolution: creation. Now, before you get the wrong idea, this is not a talk about how God creates people, nor is it about how cells and DNA form a human being. I tell you the social phenomenon of repeating to show you how people nowadays are ignoring the fact that it is very important for us to create stuff. The Merriam-Webster defined creation as this: it's the act of making, inventing, or producing. Now, as a poet, I would describe it as the white fluffy cloud in mid-July, the stream of dim light pouring down the rusty carpet, tangerines, freshly picked from vivacious trees going in the hot summer air. It's night, it's wind, it's the soaring rain, it's the tallest mountain and the deepest sea. It's nothing, but at the same time, it's everything. Creation starts from, no matter what language you're sitting in, it all sounds the same, because it's literally nothing. Now, I know the long rhetoric sentences I've just said are way abstract and hard to understand. So to visualize this place where creation happens, I define it as the math notebook, where Steve Jobs drew his first iPhone and where I created my first comic character. Creation starts at first, not in concrete world, but in our very mind. Everything you hear, touch, and smell is a product of other people's mind, a child of creation. The chair you are sitting in right now, it does not exist until the Greeks invented the first chair in this world. This prodigious spotlight hitting my face not exist until that guy Edison popped out and make a bulb. So like I said, creation came from nothing, and it later evolves into everything. Imagine this world without ideas, without creation. Well, everything would be the same like they were millions of years ago. No high school, no A push or BC calculus, no teachers or students, no more, "Oh my God, I have a test tomorrow," and "Dude, I have 5. No more love stories and Friday night dramas. No more milk teas, Pizza Hut, bubble teas, everything you like. So, without creation, nothing would exist. The Big Bang would never have happened. Things you love, things you hate, things you want to cry about would not exist. Now, it's true that people might feel godlike when they create something. But have you ever thought, like when you donate money to the charity or you say some good words to your friend, do you feel that you are really godlike and you are so great, you are so awesome? But one would never feel so godlike as they create. This is how a creative brain works every day. So, to write a novel, to bake a cake, to create a story, to build an AI robot, or to invent a special way of life that is only talking to yourself. These are all ways of creation. But you may ask, what time? As a life fact, many of us are wasting too much time on doing things that doesn't make sense. So many students will think that they're too busy to write stories or drawing or do something creative. But when people are keeping losing their mind in social medias, games like that guy is on his phone and those real world, they're not using their brain muscle to do something creative. A scientific fact, everyone, by saying every, I mean every one of you, employs the simplest kind of creation as a kid. We stopped drawing pictures, writing silly stories, making our own songs and cooking our own food as adults because we think that it's a waste of time. But actually, creating activity works your brain and makes you smarter. It is true, however, that people could be afraid of creation or don't know how to do it. As one of my favorite writers, J.K. Rowling once said, every person is thrilled to start with a white paper. Every person is also scared to start with a blank paper. Now, take sleeping, for instance. Imagine yourself lying in your warm, comfy bed, and it just feels so nice that you don't ever want to wake up from it. Your smart decision maker brain, meanwhile, is texting you like crazy. Wake up, you're getting late for school. And you thought lazily, yeah, I will wake up like 100 years later. So what's happening here is that thinking about getting up is easy, right? But actually getting out of your bed, not so easy. Same thing with creation. Thinking about drawing a picture is quite easy, but actually drawing it out is so hard. Thinking about writing a song is easy. But actually writing out is very hard. Have you ever bumped into an idea that you just thought, God, this is awesome. I can draw this out. I can write this out. And when you sit down in front of a table, you thought, God, I am so ignorant that I don't know nothing. I don't know anything. Even though that you want to put it out from your brain to the real world, you can't because you are feeling ignorant. There's a line between our mind and reality. And as you can see, you cannot pass that line. The reason why people are afraid of creation is that we stopped in front of the limitation line that separates us between waking up and sleeping. But if you try just once, after you pass that line, you'll realize that, oh, I can actually came out of the water and breathe. There's no such thing as I cannot create. I found my way of creation after many failures. Since I was a kid, I've been told that I am sensitive or oversensitive. I don't fool around, I don't party, and I hardly laugh. It's not that I couldn't act normal and just hang out with other kids, but my sensory equipment told me that I would rather spend my personal time being alone in a quiet place. So throughout my childhood, I spent most of the time writing stories in the libraries. Now, you may think that I am a total weirdo. Well, I am a high school teenager who was born in the 21st century and who happens to be the only child in my family. So, correct. I do feel very special, no matter what others told me. Many teenagers today have given up the thought that they are special, meaning that they are different, usually better than others, because their parents, school, and most importantly, life have been telling them that they're just not smart, that they are not pretty, that they are not good at speech writing as they thought they would be. But that's not true. We all have our own individuality. To prove this, I visited Shenzhen Baker Cell Institute and brought some cell samples here to show you. There are some differences if you look close. So here it is. Although it is an indisputable fact that no two individuals are the same, obviously, according to the picture, but many of us find it hard to see our own speciality. Scientists have proven that adults who do creative works feel this much better than adults who don't do creative works. So coming back to my story, I was never, ever everyone's favorite person in school, since primary school, and nor was I raised with extra attention from teachers or headmasters. Besides myself, nobody on earth thinks that I'm special or different or better than anyone else. They just saw that you are a normal kid and just be your normal self. Even my parents think that I'm just a slightly clever kid who still crave on TV shows and new shoes and McDonald's. But I'm fine with that. I'm not a genius and hardly a smart kid. My logic is so bad that my math teacher once fainted after he saw I wrote x plus y equals to sunshine and butterfly. So I didn't learn how to speak until I was 3. And when I was 6 years old, I wrote silly poems that made completely no sense. When I was 8, I wrote essays with thousands of grammatical mistakes. But what makes me believe so deep in the fact that I have something special in here is my power of creation. I have faith in myself. I have faith in none but my own ability to create my own world from zero, from scratch, from blank, from nothing. So, when I was 14, I started to write my own novel, which is published worldwide and translated into 100 languages. No, that did not happen. I'm just kidding. I haven't wrote a novel that is published worldwide yet. So anyways, I found that creation gave me a chance and make me realize that I can express myself. I love to write poems, but I hate to think what others would say about my poems. Because us creators create for fun, and fun. So today, as a student writer, a not-so-professional novelist, and a self-named poet, I would encourage everyone from all ages, like or not like me, to create. You can create nothing, but you can also, at the same time, create everything. Why need creation? Well, have you ever thought what makes us human? Creation is what pushes human evolution. According to the National Geographic, these petroglyphs in Utah are over 2,000 years old. One of the first art made by us humans. But we have been making art for much, much longer. According to iTunes, there are at least 700,000 artists in today's world. And we all created. Creation is what pushes human evolution and is what makes us push forward. Copy and pasting is not the solution to move forward from life. It's not a solution to be a human. This is how they define us humans. Creativity equals to humanity. What's distinctive about humans is that we can imagine something and then actually make it real. Creation is a road, a path, a rope you can climb on. It leads to one's self-awareness. It helps you see the beauty of this world, how words can make you you, how music can unite people, how arts can communicate. It makes you feel special. It's what pushes us human evolution. Writers, painters, bloggers, vloggers, creators, writers, poets. These are some people whose job is to create, who treat creation as the source of their life. But they are not the only ones who have the responsibility to create. We all have. Human history is not supported by those who copy and paste, but by those who create. As students, try to draw your own poster, write your own essay, express your own opinion, dress and talk in your own way. When you have the smallest desire to copy and paste, start creating. A person raises his or her value not by repeating others' word, but by saying something new. Next time, when you walk along the coastal line in Dalmatia, where I have to describe it like a poet, the water is so clear and appealing, like blue glass topped with mint ice cream. Now, you can take a picture for like 1 second in the same angle as everybody here in Dalmatia did and post it on WeChat. Get some likes or dislikes. Or you can close your phone. Take a deep breath. Walk on the sand. Observe this world silently. Feel the sunlight slipping away from your face. And when you return to your home, write a story about how good creation feels. Thank you.